Good day everyone, welcome to the NTV and watching NTV News at 9:30, your source for exclusive news and entertainment. This is Panida bringing you to the top stories from India and around the world, and the time is exactly 9:30. Renowned Odia music composer Abhijit Majumdar passed away at AIIMS Bhubaneswar today at the age of 54. Hospital authorities confirmed his death, issuing a medical statement detailing his treatment and final condition. AIIMS Bhubaneswar stated that Majumdar, who had several pre-existing health issues including hypertension and chronic liver disease, was admitted on September 4, 2025. He was diagnosed with osmotic syndrome and affecting both pontine and extrapontine area hospital acute pneumonia in both lungs, a bloodstream infection from drug-resistant bacteria, and imbalances and nutrition deficiency including low levels of vitamin D and folic acid. On January 23, 2026, he developed a new infection with a fever despite receiving treatment according to standard medical procedures. His condition did not improve and worsened to refractory septic shock. Hospital official reported that Majumdar suffered cardiac arrest at 7:43 am on January 25 today. Cardiopulmonary resection was immediately administered following advanced cardiac life support guidelines. However, despite ongoing resection effort, his heart did not restart and he was officially pronounced dead at 9:02 am.
निश्चय आज गोटे बहुत बड़ दुखर दिन आज ओडावासी सारा ओडिशा सारा भारत वर्ष गोटे दुखर दिन कारण अभिजित मजुमदार अभिजित दादा भाया जड़े संगीतकार जे ओडिशा कला संस्कृतिर परिचय देते से भाई संस्कृति भाई लोक भाई अभिजित मजुमदार का भाई लोक दुनिया किए देखा मिलबे। निश्चय आम समस्त दुखित समस्त मर्माहत। निश्चय आम आत्मार सद्गति चाहबू और निश्चय कला संस्कृति बचाई आम द्वारा जहाँ संभव निश्चय ओडिशा मैटर में निश्चय कर धन्यवाद। मुझे किसी कहीपर निश्चय सरकार मोहन सरकार निश्चय तत्पर सबकि एमती कला संस्कृति परिचय देथिबा लोक निश्चय आम जहाँ जहाँ दरकार सबकि प्रयास करूँ। धन्यवाद।
शुणु पचे कौन देवी आज्ञा लोग चलीगला मो कथा आम इंडस्ट्री अपूर्ण क्षति देखो आप मार्क करेंगे किसी वर्ष है आम इंडस्ट्री भेटेरान आर्टिस्ट मैंने डकाडकी चलीगले कोविड पर भेटेरान आर्टिस्ट जोटा कि अपूर्ण क्षति है जो मैंने आम इंडस्ट्री आसेट थे एवं किसी वर्ष देखुची म्यूजिक इंडस्ट्री भेटेरान मैंने जो मैंने गत देखते ह्यूमान सेवा चलीगला आम से अपूर्ण क्षति जो भरण करहबनी से मन नभूल गुण अभिजित मजुमदार चलीगला से मल्टी टैलेंटेड म्यूजिक डायरेक्टर मुझे जापर मुझे दी तीन टा म्यूजिक बहुत भल पाए से स्वरूप नायक पर मलय मिश्र प्रेमानंद और अभिजित मजुमदार एम आम इंडस्ट्री आसेट आउ अभिजित मजुमदार विषय ये कहि मुझे जापर मो एक्सपीरियंस गोटे जड़े थी स्वरूप नायक जे कि से म्यूजिक करुले कंपोज करुले एवं रेकर्डिंग टाइम रे सिंगर सामने से नाचिकी सिंगर को उत्साहित करिकी 100% गीत आदाय करते जोटा कि गीत सुपरहिट होता। स्वरूप नायक पर देखली सेकेंड हूँ अभिजित मजुमदार तार रेकर्डिंग बेले देखिए से रेकर्डिंग बेले नाची नुची माने सिंगर कम आदाय करते जोटा कि आउ को म्यूजिक से टैलेंट नाला से टैलेंट ओनली था स्वरूप नायक पर अभिजित मजुमदार नहीं कटक हूँ फिल्म इंडस्ट्री कहले कटक समस्त आज्ञा समस्ते कटक रोते आज्ञा कटक से इंडस्ट्री मानने सेंटर म्यूजिक हो फिल्म हो सब प्रोड्यूसर हो आर्टिस्ट हो सब कटक रोते एवं भुवनेश्वर कटक 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 माटी अलग
नहीं नहीं चिकित्सार त्रुटि से आम कहीपर देखु अनेक दिन हम जेहेतु से एम्स जब आडमिट होती ट्रिटमेंट सब ठीक ठाक चलता यही किसी दिन तले माने 15-20 दिन तले गोटे न्यूज एमती आसला मु देखिली जे दादा रिकवरी करुँच एंड खूब जल्दी आम पाखु फेरबे तो से खुशीटा भी मन भर आ जाता जहाँ हो माने दादा फेरी आसतु आम समस्ते प्रे करूँ दादा भल हो कहीं सी म्यूजिक इंडस्ट्री खाली जन म्यूजिक डायरेक्टर नुहति सी समस्त अति प्रिय थे माने एवरीवन छोट रु बड़ पर्यटन समस्ते बहुत ही भल पाते बहुत कष्ट हम माने ए समयटा तांको फैमिली पे बहुत ही कष्टदायक मु किछ कहि परिबे।
In Odisha, Puri district saw a significant influx of devotees for Magha Saptami. Lakh gathered at the Chandrabhaga sea beach today for a holy dip and to offer prayer to Lord Surya. This annual ritual, considered highly auspicious in the region, commenced in the early morning hour with devotees bathing in the sea and witnessing the sacred sunrise. Following centuries-old tradition, the three main deities, Trivenishwar of Madhipur, Aishwaneswar for Santapur and Dakshineshwar from Kujranga, were brought to Chandrabhaga Tirtha Mandap in a grand procession. Special ritual were conducted after the deities underwent their Mahasnana. Subsequently, saints, seers and devotees took a holy dip and offered prayer to Surya Narayan. According to Hindu mythology, Magha Saptami coincides the birth anniversary of Lord Surya, also known as Mitra Aditya. It believed that Samba, son of Lord Krishna, was cursed to curse-induced illness after undertaking penances on bank of Chandrabhaga. Legend also attribute the establishment of the Sun Temple at Konark by King Narasingha Deva. On this significant day, devotees hold the belief that a holy dip at Chandrabhaga on Magha Saptami can liberate their families from illness, sorrow and fear. Many observe traditional practices including an overnight stay in temporary huts at the Chandrabhaga fairground, cooking meals in earthen pots and then breaking this pot as a part of ritual. After an all-night vigil, devotees performed a holy dip at dawn and offer prayer during the sunrise.
आम अंचल ये गोटे बहुत पुराना परंपरा या धरी रखि समस्त जो माने थी साधु संत साधारण जनता अच्छा प्रशासन भी समस्त को आम धन्यवाद दबा। जन समुद्र भितर ये तीर्थ स्नान कर सुजोग जो मान को मिलूँ से माने निश्चिंत भाव भाग्यवान सहित मु जोड़ी है सूर्य भगवान आशीर्वाद समस्त ओडिशार जनता माने निरोगी रहंतु या ही मोर प्रार्थना।
लक्षाधिक भक्तंकर एठारे समागम होइछि एवं एठारे जेमती आपण जानिचंती एबे चंद्रभागा बुड आरंभ होइछि एवं या पई व्यापक व्यवस्था करा हैतला हमर पुलिस प्रशासन तथा जिला प्रशासन एनएससी समस्तक तरफरु एठारे क्राउड मैनेजमेंट टू आरंभ करी हेल्थ मैनेजमेंट ता छड़ा समस्त जगह ट्रैफिक मैनेजमेंट सूचना केंद्र एवं सबु प्रकार व्यापक व्यवस्था लाइटिंग ठू आरंभ करी ड्रिंकिंग वाटर टॉयलेट सबुर व्यवस्था कराई
सब प्रकार व्यवस्था पुलिस और प्रशासन तरफ कराई देखिए टोटल 33 प्लेटून फोर्स अरेंजमेंट होती ओड्राफ टीम्स अच्छा लाइफ गार्ड्स लगी सीसीटीवी माध्यम रे मॉनिटर कराऊँगी आम कंट्रोल रूम स्थापन करूँ सब मॉनिटरिंग चली पब्लिक एड्रेस सिस्टम लाइटिंग व्यवस्था कराई कि कौन प्रकार भी परिस्थिति को मुकाबला करने सब प्रकार उपकरण आम पाखे आम रखीचु।
A striking incident of illegal cattle smuggling has been uncovered in Odisha Bhatrak district. Local resident intercepted an oil tanker on morning, suspecting it was being used to elect purposes. The vehicle, which is designed for transporting oil, was found to be carrying a large number of cattle, raising alarm in community. The interception occurred near Barikpur Chak on National Highway 16. Authorities were alerted after residents stopped the tanker, which was reportedly travelling from Cuttack to Bhadrak. Upon inspection, over 35 cattle were discovered packed inside the tanker, and investigation into matter is currently underway, highlighting concern about the sophisticated method employed in the illegal activities.
पूरे गाड़ी को फॉलो करके बारिकपुर रे धइली की गाड़ी चटा थिला टैंकर गाड़ी पेट्रोल टैंकर मु देखिनी होल्डिंग लगाई माने गाड़ी रो किछ लोड अछि तापर से गाड़ी एत अटकेया पई चेष्टा कली से मते मारिया पई उद्यम करथिला किंतु मोर 10-15 टा पिला को फोन कली हम गां पिला को से गोरक्षक पिला बजरंग दल रो पिला तां फोन कली से आसी बारिकपुर रहिले किंतु मते साइड माइला मु पड़ली मोर एटा दाग होइछि किंतु दिन दी परे गो चालान होछि मिनिमम 40 एबव उद्धार चली उद्धार कार्य चली आमर धामनर आईएस भी आसछन्ती धामनर आईएसपी आमको सहयोग करछोंती
खबर पाई पहुंची केतेटा वर्तमान ओला चली कहि पारे नहीं कहि पारे
A bridge decades old collapsed in Odisha Khordha district today. The incident has completely disrupted traffic, left a truck laden with soil stranded on the damaged structure. The collapse occurred in the Banapur police station. Local report indicate that the truck was travelling towards Banapur this morning. As the vehicle was crossing the bridge, the old bridge was weakened structure suddenly gave way. The bridge reportedly broke into two sections, trapping the heavy vehicle in the middle, while no injuries have been reported. The driver and helper of the truck fled the scene following the collapse. The bridge collapse has severe road connectivity approximately 8 to 10 surrounding village, causing significant headache for residents. Locals stated the bridge was over 40 years old and has been state of despair for a considerable time. They also alleged the multiple requests for the construction of a new bridge had been made. Police and local authorities are currently assessing the situation and are expected to take necessary steps. Let's take a break. We'll be back soon.
काका हाँ बेटा ये जश्न कैसा? आज इस गांव को 4 चांद लग गए हैं। कैसे?
ये सब कृष्णा का कमाल है। अब हम पूरी दुनिया से जुड़ गए हैं इंटरनेट के जरिए।
सच?
वो देखो
कॉमन सर्विस सेंटर।
बिल्कुल डिजिटल इंडिया के तहत अब शहर के चक्कर काटे बिना रोजमर्रा के छोटे बड़े काम गांव-गांव से हो सकते हैं। ये देखो ढेर सारी सुविधाओं के जरिए जैसे कि बैंक अकाउंट खोलकर पैसों का लेन देन करना, ऑनलाइन रेलवे टिकट बुक कराना, आधार कार्ड या पासपोर्ट बनवाना, पैन कार्ड की अर्जी भरना, जमीन के कागजात या जन्म और मृत्यु प्रमाण पत्र बनवाना। और प्रधानमंत्री डीजी साक्षरता योजना के अंतर्गत सीएससी अधिकारी को प्रशिक्षण देकर दूसरों को पढ़ाने के लिए तैयार करते हैं। एक और खुद का सेंटर चलाने का अवसर मिला और दूसरी ओर लोगों को रोजगार।
लेकिन इस सेंटर को चलाता कौन है?
कृष्णा।
अरे भाई ये कृष्णा कौन है?
गांव की प्रगति का श्रेय जाता है हमारी प्यारी बिटिया कृष्णा को।
डिजिटल इंडिया, पावर टू एम्पावर।
Welcome once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has called on the nation youth to register as voters upon turning 18. Speaking on 130 episode of this radio address Man Ki Baat, today the Prime Minister stated this action will be bolster in your democracy and fulfill a crucial constitutional duty. The Prime Minister noted the upcoming January 26 marks Republic Day, the day the Constitution came into effect, providing an opportunity to honor. This also highlighted January 25th as an important day as a National Voters' Day, described the voter as the soul of democracy. PM Modi emphasized that while turning 18 typically marked the eligibility to vote, it represents a significant milestone in an Indian citizen life. He stressed the importance of celebrating these transitions. The Prime Minister suggested that the congratulatory tradition observed for birthday should extend to young individuals becoming first-time voters. He proposed that neighborhoods, village and cities should collectively celebrate and acknowledge these new voters, perhaps by distributing sweets. He believes would enhance public awareness about voting and reinforce the significance of being a voter. Furthermore, Prime Minister Modi expressed his appreciation for all individuals actively involved in the country electoral process and those working grassroots to sustain Indian democracy. Security forces have achieved a significant success against left-wing extreme in Chhattisgarh, Bijapur district. On Saturday, joint operation resulted in the recovery of substantial quantity of improved explosive device and Myers supplies. Acting on specific intelligence, a joint team comprising personnel from the Bijapur District Reserve Guard, officer from the Madrid Police Station, and the Central Reserve Police Force at 22nd Battalion carried out an intensive search. During the search, the team discovered 16 pressure IED hidden along with trail and the nearby woods. This IEDs reportedly concealed in the beer bottles posed by serious danger to both security personnel and a local resident. Officials confirmed that a bomb disposal squad safely neutralized all 16 devices on site. Adhering to safety protocols, the operation also led to the discovery of large monster dump. The dump containing various supplies was buried in steel containers and plastic buckets as a several underground location within the same forest area. In Bangladesh, a shocking act of violence has deeply troubled the nation, occurring just a week before national election. A 23-year-old Hindu man identified as Chanchal Chandra Bhomik was reportedly burned to death while sleeping in the garage. This incident, located approximately 50 kilometers from the capital Dhaka, has generated concern about the safety of monetary communities in the predominantly Muslim country. Chanchal Chandra Bhomik, son of Khokan Chandra Bhomik, resident in Lakshmipur village in Kukulmia district. He was employed as a garage situated in the Khanarbari Mosque market area, close to the Narsing Hindi police line. Local media report indicate the Bhomik had completed his work on Friday night and fell asleep inside the garage. Unidentified assailants then allegedly set the premises on fire. The presence of significant amount of petrol, engine oil and other flammable materials within the garage caused the fire to spread rapidly. Trapping Bhomik, he died from severe burn injuries and suffocation. Witnesses have characterized the incident as a planned murder. Authorities have secured CCTV footage from nearby cameras which is believed to show the attackers. However, the individual responsible have not yet been apprehended. A police official stated the police are conducting a thorough investigation given the gravity of this case. The body has been recovered and the CCTV footage has been seized. Multiple police teams are actively working to identify and arrest those responsible.
वहाँ के जो समाचार आ रहे हैं वो हादसे की पुष्टि नहीं करते। वहाँ की ऑफिशियल एजेंसीज ने बताया है कि सीसीटीवी की फुटेज उन्होंने जब्त की है और उस फुटेज में उस स्थान पर आग लगाने वाले लोग दिख रहे हैं। तो जब आग लगाने वाले लोग दिख रहे हैं तो इसका मतलब है कि अकस्मात किसी दुर्घटनावश आग नहीं लगी, जानबूझकर लगाई गई है और यह जानते बूझते लगाई गई है कि अंदर एक हिंदू युवक सो रहा है, उसको जलाकर मारने के लिए। दूसरी बात यह है कि यह अकेली घटना नहीं। थोड़े दिन पहले एक हलवाई के यहां एक को मार दिया गया, पीट पीट के मार दिया गया। एक रिक्शे वाले को पीठ में चक्कू घोंप के मार दिया गया। ऐसी हत्याएं वहां लगातार हो रही हैं और इन सब में मरने वाले लोग हिंदू हैं और मारने वाले लोग जिहादी हैं। वहां की सरकार ने यह जो बात कही है कि ये घटनाएं धर्म के कारण नहीं हो रही, ये व्यक्तिगत रंजिश या अन्य कारणों से हो रही हैं, निश्चित रूप से यह एक झूठ बात है। बांग्लादेश के निर्माण के लिए भारत और बांग्लादेश की सेनाओं ने, युवकों ने, युवतियों ने मिलकर रक्त बहाया था।
Greenland capital Nuuk experiences sudden citywide power outage affecting nearly 19,000 residents. Authorities confirm an accident was the cause of blackout which also disrupted internet service and police phone lines. This incident occurred just day after US President Donald Trump reiterated his interest in acquiring Greenland for security purposes, following updated emergency preparedness guidelines, while officials deny any connection between the power outage and this geopolitical discussion. The timing has raised question about the reliance of Greenland infrastructure under external pressure. Power restoration efforts are underway amid growing concern about the region's vulnerability.
It is a vast, almost entirely uninhabited and undeveloped territory that's sitting undefended in a key strategic location between the United States, Russia, and China. That's exactly where it is, right smack in the middle. Wasn't important nearly when we gave it back. When we gave it back, it wasn't the same as it is now. It's not important for any other reason, everyone talks about the minerals. There's so many places. There's no rare earth, no such thing as rare earth. There's rare processing, but there's so much rare earth. And to get to this rare earth, you got to go through hundreds of feet of ice. That's not the reason we need it. We need it for strategic national security and international security. This enormous unsecured island is actually part of North America, on the northern frontier of the Western Hemisphere. That's our territory. It is therefore a core national security interest of the United States of America. And in fact, it's been our policy for hundreds of years to prevent outside threats from entering our hemisphere, and we've done it very successfully. We've never been stronger than we are now. In 2019, Denmark said that they would spend over $200 million to strengthen Greenland's defenses. But as you know, they spent less than 1% of that amount. 1%. There's no sign of Denmark there. And I say that with great respect for Denmark, whose people I love, whose leaders are very good.
Let's take a break. We will be back soon.
काका, हाँ बेटा, ये जश्न कैसा? आज इस गांव को 4 चांद लग गए हैं। कैसे?
ये सब कृष्णा का कमाल है। अब हम पूरी दुनिया से जुड़ गए हैं इंटरनेट के जरिए।
सच?
वो देखो,
कॉमन सर्विस सेंटर।
बिल्कुल, डिजिटल इंडिया के तहत अब शहर के चक्कर काटे बिना रोजमर्रा के छोटे बड़े काम गांव-गांव से हो सकते हैं। ये देखो, ढेर सारी सुविधाओं के जरिए, जैसे कि बैंक अकाउंट खोलकर पैसों का लेन देन करना, ऑनलाइन रेलवे टिकट बुक कराना, आधार कार्ड या पासपोर्ट बनवाना, पैन कार्ड की अर्जी भरना, जमीन के कागजात या जन्म और मृत्यु प्रमाण पत्र बनवाना। और प्रधानमंत्री डीजी साक्षरता योजना के अंतर्गत सीएससी अधिकारी को प्रशिक्षण देकर दूसरों को पढ़ाने के लिए तैयार करते हैं। एक और खुद का सेंटर चलाने का अवसर मिला और दूसरी ओर लोगों को रोजगार।
लेकिन इस सेंटर को चलाता कौन है?
कृष्णा।
अरे भाई, ये कृष्णा कौन है?
गांव की प्रगति का श्रेय जाता है हमारी प्यारी बिटिया कृष्णा को।
डिजिटल इंडिया, पावर टू एम्पावर।
Welcome once again. A significant winter storm has impacted a wide area of the United States, bringing heavy snow and ice, causing temperature to drop well below average and leading to power outage affecting tens of thousands of households. Authorities in over 20 states have declared emergency in response to severe weather. According to official report, nearly 190 million Americans, over half of the nation's population, were under winter weather advisories across 37 states, stretching from the Rocky Mountains to New England. The storm system delivered snow, sleet and freezing rain from New Mexico through the Tennessee Valley. With heavier snowfall impacting part of Midwest and Mid-Atlantic region, severe cold front has gripped much of central and eastern United States. In some area, wind chills reached -20 to -30 degree, with the actual temperature falling 10 to 40 degree below seasonal norms. The combination of ice and heavy snow has led to widespread power disruption and Saturday data from US media indicated that over 132,000 homes were without electricity. The southern and southern region including Texas, Louisiana and the New Mexico experienced the most significant outage. In Texas, more than 57,000 customers lost power by Saturday afternoon. Louisiana reported over 45,000 customers without electricity, representing approximately 2% of the state total. Officials noted that the outage in Louisiana were concentrated in the northern part of the state, where freezing rain and ice accumulation were more severe. Travel has also been heavily disrupted, particularly air travel. Freight tracking services confirmed that the over 9,000 flights were cancelled nationwide over the weekend. Further cancellation are anticipated as the storm moves eastward. Bollywood actress Moni Roy has disclosed a disturbing incident of alleged misbehavior and harassment she experienced at the public event in Haryana. Roy, widely recognized for her popular role as Nagin, detailed her experience in a social media post conveying significant anger, hurt and disappointment. The actress reported that the incident took place in Karnal, Haryana. She explained that she was walking toward the stage. A group including families and elderly individual approached her for photographs. Initially, this made her feel secure. However, royal gauges and some elderly man, under the guise of taking pictures, made inappropriate gestures and the attempt to touch her inappropriately. She further stated that one of these men, who was about her grandfather's age, placed his hand on her waist. When she objected and asked him to remove his hand, he reacted with apparent offense. Roy expressed surprise at such behavior from individuals of that age and background. The situation reportedly escalated once he was on stage. Roy claims two elderly men standing before her continued to make indecent gestures. When they requested the cease, they responded by throwing rose petals and her, feeling unsafe and humiliated. The actress briefly exited the stage during the event before returning to complete her commitment. The International Cricket Council has reportedly issued a steam warning to Pakistan Cricket Board. The ICC cousin PCB for significant sanctions should they choose to withdraw from the ICC Man T20 World Cup 2026 in solidarity with Bangladesh. This comes after Bangladesh was ousted from the tournament due to their refusal to play matches scheduled in India. The ICC announced that the Scotland will now take Bangladesh's place in the ICC Men T20 World Cup 2026. This decision followed the Bangladesh Cricket Board refusal to participate in the tournament as per published match schedule. Following Bangladesh's departure, PCB chairman Mohsin Naqvi accused the ICC of double standard, alleging favoritism toward India. He described Bangladesh's situation as an injustice. Naqvi also stated the Pakistan final decision on participating in the T20 World Cup would be made after consulting with the Pakistani government. Bangladesh has been treated unfairly, Naqvi told reporter on Saturday. One country can make any decision whenever it pleases. It is opposite of another. Bangladesh is a major stakeholder and this injustice should not happen. He further elaborated our stance on World Cup participation will be detailed by the instruction from the government of Pakistan. The Prime Minister is currently out of the country. Often is written, I will able to be provide a final decision. Dense fog has returned to the state after a brief respite. The morning heavy fog was observed in Bhubaneswar, Cuttack, Puri, Konark, significantly reducing visibility on the road. Commuters relied on their vehicle lights on navigate. The iconic black pagoda of Konark was shrouded by the dense fog. Meanwhile, temperatures are on rise, signaling a decrease in the intensity of the cold. Since Makar Sankranti, the impact of the cold has been less pronounced. The meteorological center are forecast to further increase in temperature by 2 to 3 degrees Celsius over the next 3 days. In fact, most part of the state have experienced rising temperature over the past 5 days. Currently, no significant weather system are active in the state and dry conditions are expected to persist for up to 7 days. Forecasts predict no substantial change in temperature for the next 2 days. However, within the next 24 hours, light to moderate fog is anticipated in certain area, particularly along the coast including Khurda, Cuttack, Sundargarh, Kalahandi, Baleshwar, Jagsonpur and Rayagada. In the last 24 hours, 9 locations recorded temperature below 10 degrees Celsius. The lowest temperature was observed in G. Udagiri, while Jharsuguda registered the highest temperature at 32 degrees Celsius. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more updates.